Evening, folks. Welcome to Everyday KT, number 188. Today we're talking about honesty, and it's not just about being honest with other people. Honest with yourself. You got to start there. I know I've talked about this on and off over the span of Everyday KTs, but I'm going to focus on that today. So, when it comes to kilts, there's a million different ways about being honest. So, first and foremost, being honest with yourself is when it comes to wearing a kilt. Well, it's what size kilt do you wear? If you're one of our larger guys, don't say, oh, well, I'm just a 48 when you're not. You order a 48, you get a kilt. It shows up when you're on the very last hole and you wind up having to get some cheater straps because you weren't honest with yourself. That's a shitload of money wasted because you bought a kilt that's too small. Now, the cheater straps might help, but then your apron's all out of whack. And, well, we all know what happens when your apron's out of whack. All kinds of interesting, sometimes crazy things happen. So, also be honest with how often you're actually going to wear it. I mean, if you're going to drop $600-800 on a handmade custom kilt, are you actually going to wear it more than just to the wedding or the reception or the funeral? Or are you actually going to wear it, once or twice a month, maybe more? If you're just wearing it for one specific event, why are you spending so much money? Unless you're getting married in it. That's a whole different animal. That's all by itself. But, you got to be honest with yourself. Now, outside of the kilt, well, that's a whole different animal. You got to be honest with yourself about damn near everything in your life. If you're going to get a job bullshitting the interviewer, well, they'll find out really fast that you're not what they're hiring. Hey, Kim. People, you start bullshitting people, guess what happens? You get a reputation. You get a reputation. This guy's like, yeah, he's cool to work with, fun to hang out with, but I wouldn't trust a damn thing he says. You got to be careful. You got to be honest. And there's this weird line of, social honesty and brutal honesty. Just regular, not lying and everything, but not really telling the whole story. That's pretty much everybody. It's why you look on Facebook and it's all either life is peachy, life is wonderful, life is amazing. And, if you know the people who are talking, like, wait a minute, I know them. They're in the middle of a shitstorm. What's going on? Or, oh shit, the world is coming to an end. My life sucks. So, that's all the, online faux honesty. And then you've got the people who are like, you know what, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I'm living. This is my life. This is exactly where I'm at, what I'm doing, what I'm going through. Those guys are actually those folks kind of scare people because they call it like they see it, They call a spade, This is a water bottle. It's not some kind of fancy schmancy, whatever the hell you want to call it. This is a crappy drill. It's cheap. And my water bottle putting away skills kind of lack tonight. But those are the guys, those are the straight shooters are like, you know what? That's how it is. The folks, they live, as Chris likes to say, they live out loud. Doesn't mean they're gay or anything. That's just his thing. But you know what? Doesn't matter. It's who you are. You're living your interpretation of your life. You are living who you are, how you are, and the way you are. Chris wants to be out there and just go nuts, then that's his deal. He can have all the fun he wants. That's up to him. I don't care. He's happy. He's wonderful. Swing for the fences. You want to go live in the trees and be at, the hell was her name? Diane Fossey? Fine. Go do it. Be who you are. Stop trying to be keeping up with the Joneses, as it were. Stop trying to impress everybody just with your stuff or your things or your. I just saw a mouse run across the floor. Stop trying to impress people with your fake stuff. You see videos on Facebook every single day of all these multi-bazillionaires or kids who they're like, oh yeah, check out my Lamborghini and my Ferrari and my all this other crap. Whatever. You can rent that stuff, a couple of grand, and you can make yourself look like Don Johnson. Doesn't do you any good tomorrow when the mortgage is due and you blew all your money on a cool ad. because you got 400 people who watched it on Facebook. Whoopity-doo. Doesn't matter. If you're not honest with yourself, you're gonna wake up tomorrow morning. You spent all that money. You wasted it on all this cool stuff that everybody is gonna like. Oh, I love this guy. He's awesome. Blah blah blah. Tomorrow morning you're gonna wake up and you're like, well, I got crap, and I got less than I did before because I was trying to BS everybody. Don't do that. Be who you are. Live your life for yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your friends. Be honest with your family. Just tell it like it is. And sometimes honesty hurts because people don't like to be told the way things are. They want the sugar-coated with a cherry on top version of life. That's not reality. Especially anybody who's in college or younger. They don't even get me started. Life is a bowl of cherries because they don't have any responsibilities yet. But you spend that first year out of college, from then on, it's like shit sandwich and you're in the middle of it. And it's no fun. So be honest with yourself. Be honest with what you can do, who you are, what you want to do, and be honest with, understanding that, yes, every person, everybody's created equally. It doesn't mean everybody can do everything. There's no way in hell I'm as fast as Usain Bolt, and I sure as hell am not as smart as, what the hell is Tyson? The guy who does the wormhole. Oh, no, that's Neil, what's his name? The space guy. I forgot his name. I apologize. I'm not that smart. But, I know how to do some stuff, and I know a few things, so I use it as best I can. So just be honest. Know who you are, know what you can do, know what you can't do. Try to move that needle as much as you can, without lying to people and without trying to bullshit them. That's the easiest way to success, is just doing your own thing, living your own life and being happy. So ultimately, you look at the poorest people in the world, and somehow they're happier. Because what do? Well, they dig a ditch. They dig the ditch, they go home, they hang out with their family. That's it. No complex, nothing. No cell phones, no internets, no 65,000 channels on the satellite, no running kids from this to that, to this to that, to this to that, because it's the cool thing to do. It's just people being people, hanging out and doing their own thing. So somebody kick off a kiltology, because honestly, I'm getting up tomorrow morning, and I got a buddy of mine who is also a kilt wearer. He might even be watching tonight, Adam. Pretty good photographer, and he does awesome morning photo shoots down on the harbor in Fairhaven. And I'm going to work my ass off to try to get up and actually be there. Might be pretty cool. Might do a 5 o'clock in the morning video tomorrow. Chris, swinging for the fences. I know, Chris, you said a whole bunch of something in there, and I missed it. I'm going to have to go back and read that, and I'll respond afterwards. I'm not reading number 1. So, honesty. So, being honest with yourself and being honest with everybody else does have repercussions, because there are asshats who refuse to accept that fact. Kiltology number 37. No matter how powerful the kilt, it will not prevent some idiot on the other side of the world from picking up the phone and ruining your day. And no, you can't get your hand through the phone to fix their wagon. I tried. The holes are too small. The holes in the phone are too small. I don't remember what that one was about, but I'm guessing somebody tried to sell me a piece of crap kilt from God knows where. But you got to be honest, and if you're honest, people don't like that, because their illusion of reality is shattered. Because everybody's got to pay the mortgage. Yes, Neil. That's right, Kelly. Thank you, Neil. That guy's a genius. I'm not him. I'm nowhere near as smart. So, brutal honesty and the truth hurts. A lot of people can't deal with it because they view the world through rose-colored glasses. And I just watched Steve Zissou, and as he said, I did those things. I said those things. So I guess that's who I am. And that's how you should live your life, accept what you've done. Most of us have screwed up significantly in the past. I sure all know I have. Deal with it. That's part of your life. That's part of what makes you you. All the awesome things, sure. All the really shitty things, the stupid, moronic, I am thankful that social media didn't exist, mistakes you made when you were younger. that's still part of you too, because you learned something from that, hopefully. So with that, I'll let you go, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. Maybe some Instagram, Facebook pictures. I don't know, but it's going to be damn early, and I need some sleep. So until tomorrow morning, be strong. Put a kilt on. I'll see you then.